Hello there. This is Randy Seaver from the Genea-Musings blog. I have only one photograph of my second great grandparents. You got Isaac over here and Lucretia over here, over there. Lucretia was Lucretia Smith. Isaac is Isaac Seaver. They're my second great grandparents. They're number 16 and 17 on my Onondaga list. And this is a Civil War Union case. And like I said, it's the only photograph I have of either of them. Now, I've been trying to write biographies of my ancestors. And so I want to share my screen and we'll look at how I'm doing this, okay? Over the last 12 years, I've been writing genealogical sketches of my ancestors. So this is Isaac's, okay? I did it back in 2014. I've updated it recently. And basically, it's what I know about Isaac from the records, etc. So I go through this and I can identify the person. This is out of a Roots Magic file, a Roots Magic narrative report for a person, individual facts and their source citations in green. And I guess I can bump this up to more. No, that doesn't work. Oh, darn it, damn it. There. Okay. So, pardon me. And then there's research notes. And so what I do is I take those research notes and edit them some and put them in a PDF file and then upload those to a artificial intelligence tool. Okay. And now I've created a process called an ABC biography. That's ancestor biographical creation and process. And so now I can, based on my genealogical sketch, I have asked artificial intelligence to write biographies. Okay, I've done 30 or 40 of them now. And so I use Claude for consistency, and it's an excellent writer. It's a much better writer than I am. I'm an engineer and not a creative writer. I'm facts only, and I don't think the way creative writers think. So my prompt for Claude is, you are an expert genealogist. Please create a draft biography from the attached file, including parents, siblings, spouses, and children. Summarize life events and add historical facts as appropriate, but don't add or embellish any extra genealogy details. Use section headings. Expand the information in each section to add more details. The tone should be casual and suitable for family members. So that's the prompt I'm using. I may modify it later, but this is and then in like 20 seconds, Claude can create this out of what I gave it in that genealogical sketch that I did 11 years ago. And so you can see sections, you can see, so education and career, marriages and children. He was married 3 times. So the first marriage ends with his wife dying in childbirth. Second marriage to a lady named Lucretia Townsend Smith. And you can, you saw her picture. And she gave him 4 children. Julia gave him 1 child, and the little girl lived. And so identify the 4 children, and then census records, track the family. There's my picture. It's an ambrotype photograph in an 1860s Union case. And then Lucretia dies, and Isaac marries again to a widow, and they don't have any more children. So, but he did serve. He's my only Civil War soldier, and consequently, I have a whole section for the Civil War part of it, where he lived. He lived almost 80 years. and went from Westminster to Medfield to Northborough to Westminster again, and then to Leominster in Massachusetts. So, um, and then a section on final years and legacy, and then uh, some historical context and the artificial intelligence tools, the large language models, do these things extremely well because they're trained on history and social history and writing, things like that. But that's not all. So that's the biography, and you can go to my blog post and read it. Um, I'll put the blog post uh, in the summary on YouTube, or you can find it on my blog, Genea-Musings.com. So I also ask AI tools to write a poem, create a poem based on the same sketch, and song lyrics. And the song lyrics then I can put into a website called suno.com, suno.com. You can give it lyrics and it will create a song. And you can create what genre of music you want. Okay. Anything from classical to rap, or probably worse. Uh, and then, so we'll look at that in a minute. The audio overview, which is essentially a podcast, and that's created by Google Content LM, which is an AI tool by Google. It's actually Google Notebook LM. I have an error there. And so on my blog post, there's that. We won't play that because it's 10 or 15 minutes long, but it's an audio tool. And then I've also created other blog posts where Isaac, I created a dialogue between Isaac and Lucretia in 1872. That's historical fiction. And then I've written about the occupation of Isaac in a Saturday Night Genealogy Fun blog post. So I edit that Claude biography text to add more family detail if I need to, or correct minor errors. They are the AI tools are imperfect, but they're pretty darn good. So let's move on. So the poem, okay? So I created poems by perplexity, and we'll only read one of them. And Chat GPT-4, and this was some time ago now, last year. So the blacksmith's tale, the poem is, in 1823, a child of fate, born in Westminster early and late, Isaac Seaver was strong and fair, with parents Benjamin and Abigail's care. But when he was but 2 years old, his father's hands turned cold, leaving behind a son so young, with life's sad song yet unsung. Adopted then by stepfather's grace, Isaac grew in a loving place. From childhood's dawn to adult stride, in Leominster his heart would abide. In 47 Juliet Glazer he wed, a love so deep soon sorrow led, for childbirth claimed her gentle breath, leaving daughter Juliet in the wake of death. In 51 Lucretia Smith became his wife, bringing new light into his life. With Frank, Elizabeth, Benjamin, Ellen, their family thrived, their hearts so swelling. The Civil War's harsh call did sound. Isaac stood his ground profound. Massachusetts forth his regiment's name. He fought with honor, earned his fame. A blacksmith by trade, with hands of skill, crafting hayforks with iron will. In 88, Elvina Bradley he wed. Together they shared the paths they tread. From forge to field, from war to peace, Isaac's spirit did not cease. In 1901, he took his rest in Leominster's earth, forever blessed. A life of trials, love, and grace. In history's pages, he found his place. Isaac Seaver, a name to hold, in stories whispered, his legacy told. Now, I have 3 or 4 of the AI tools write poems, and I pick one every week for the person. The perplexity one is here, and you can want to read that, and you can go to this blog post. And then the song lyrics. So I'm going to play the song, and then I'll scroll the lyrics so that you can understand it better. So enjoy.
Born in 1823, Westminster is home to be. Father gone when he was young, life's a battle just begun. Isaac Seaver, strong and true, through the hardships he pushed through. Family ties and war he break, legacy of love he gave. Juliet Glazer by his side until the day she sadly died. Lucretia Smith became his wife, then Alvina shared his life. Oh, Isaac Seaver, strong and true, through the hardships he pushed through. Family ties and war he braved, legacy of love he gave. 5 children grew beneath his care. Civil war, he faced despair. Blacksmith's hammer always near, forging love and shedding fear. Leominster in 1901, his journey ended yet begun. In the hearts of those he loved, legacy forever above. Isaac Seaver, strong and true, through the hardships he pushed through. Family ties and war he braved, legacy of love he gave. 5 children grew beneath his care. Civil war, he faced despair. Blacksmith's hammer always near, forging love and shedding fear. Elixir in 1901, his journey hadn't yet begun. With the hearts of those he loved, forging love and shedding fear above. Leominster in 1901, his journey ended yet begun. In the hearts of those he loved, legacy forever above.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this look back at my second great grandfather. I'm having great genealogy fun doing these biographies, poems, songs, podcasts, and stories. I will see you next time. Thank you for coming. Let's stop that. And my blog is www.Genea-Musings, all one word, GeneaMusings.com. Okay, so I'll improve the graphic next time. So thank you all for coming and watching.